Hello folks, this is Yamil Sued for Gunstock Reviews. We're here at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale, Arizona, our favorite indoor facility. And today we're going to talk about chronographs. First of all, what is a chronograph? Chronograph is a precision electronic instrument used to measure the velocity of projectiles, whether it's bullets or arrows or bolts or anything like that. So, in the past we used to use the old chronographs that were like two sky screens. They went in front of your downrange about, say, 8 to 10 feet, and you shot bullets right through in between the sky screens. And those are pretty good. I'll have some anecdotes about how back in the 1990s, I had a chronograph. I'm set up at the Rio Salado range, and Rob Latham, Springfield Armory's top shooter, comes in and says, "Hey, can I run some ammo through your chronograph?" I go, "Oh, sure, Rob Latham, right?" First thing he does is he shoots one of my sky screens. And he goes, "Oh, I'll pay you for it." It's like, "No, dude, I'm going to keep that forever because now it's proof that Rob Latham shot one of my sky screens." So yes, I still have it to this day. It's been 30 years. I still have that sky screen with me. Let's go back. Chronos have been cumbersome. They are, so many things can affect a chronograph, especially one of the old sky screen chronos. If it's too cloudy, sometimes they don't work. If it's too sunny and directional light, sometimes they don't work. The time of the day, depending on where the sun is hitting the sky screen, the distance from the sensor to where your bullet goes. Oh, the fact that if you flinch, you shoot your chronograph and put a bullet through it. Ask me how I know. Yes, I have done that. So all those things can be, if you have one of the old chronographs that the chronograph itself was downrange. I have had so many people put a bullet through it, it's not even funny, okay? So over the years, different chronographs have come up. And a couple of years ago, a Doppler radar chrono came out that I have used here on the channel, but this thing was huge. It was a gigantic setup. And nothing wrong with that, but it was cumbersome. You had to take it with you, put a bunch of batteries in it, or carry an external battery pack, or any of those things. You ran out of battery. Yeah, I mean, it's good that you could recharge it, but nowadays, Garmin, the world's foremost GPS company, I mean, the electronic GPSs from Garmin are well known all over the world. They have come up with a chronograph. And it's like, here, oh wait, this is my GoPro. This is it. This is the Garmin, it's the Xero C1 Pro. And it's made by Garmin, and it is, look at that. The screen is there, it's a huge screen, has rechargeable batteries, okay? Which is kind of cool. You plug it in here has a little plug-in on the side that you plug in with a supplied cable, okay? It gives you everything you need. And what do you do with this when you're ready to shoot? Look at this. Has a little tripod that comes with it. Everything comes in the package. And of course, how do you take it to the range? Yeah, they don't supply you with a case. I found a case, online, and it's a plastic case that I cut out for it. But my friend John from Hog Holsters found a really cool case on Amazon that holds the chrono with the tripod on it, and it fits in zippered case and protects it really, really cool. So there's a variety of cases you can have for your chrono, depending on how you really want to carry it. So I'm going to show you more or less how it works. You can get your information here on the chronograph itself, or I was going to get my phone more, I usually carry it. There's an app. And once the app is connected to the chrono, that's the first thing you do. You open an account with Garmin, you match your chrono, pair your chrono with Bluetooth to your phone, and then all the information when you end your session. A session is when you shoot your rounds. Let's say you start your chronograph and say new session is going to ask you whether it's a pistol or a rifle, or whether the rifle ammo is going above certain velocity or below certain velocities, and you select that and you press start. You can also put your bullet weight onto it. I never do that But if you put your bullet weight, it'll give you your power factor for competition. Or you just basically get your velocity. So, which is really cool. So once you end your session, it immediately sends the information to your phone and it's in your phone. And once it's in your phone, you can actually go further with it and rename it and say, oh, this is my Hellcat standard, or this is my Hellcat Pro, or this is my SA35, or this is my, emissary. You can actually change the kind of, rename the series, and it'll give you everything. It'll give you your standard deviation, your extreme spread, it'll give you your average, it'll give you your power factor. If you add the bullet weight, there are so many things that can be done with this chrono, and look at the size. And of course, like I said, it's rechargeable. So basically every 2 or 3 sessions, I would just go home and plug it in with a USB cable, put it in, it'll let you know immediately when it's charged, but everything is here. Only has 4 buttons. It has the OK button, it has the power button, and the up and down arrows. That's it, that's all you need. And you're ready to go. So will I recommend this? I highly recommend it. I've been using this since right after SHOT Show when we got it, SHOT Show 2024. And I am very, very, very happy with it. I will never go back to any other chrono at this point. So even though some of the other older chronos are really effective, when you're actually going to the range, this is the way to go. One other beauty about this chrono is you can use it here in an indoor range. Okay, so the other chronos, there wasn't the light sensitive with the light sensors, you couldn't use them in dark places like these. This one you can. So this is really cool. So I'll show you how to do it, how to check it out. So let me show you some samples on how do you set it up and how you shoot it. Okay, here we're gonna set up the chrono. It's not gonna be set up for the first time, is because I already did that setup. Like I'm gonna repeat again. The first thing you do is you register with Garmin and you give them your email and all that kind of stuff. Open an account and then you can set up your chrono. I already done all that previously. So like I said, the chrono comes with a little charging cable, the little tripod, and the chrono itself. I said, you've seen it before, it's very small. So there's a tripod socket on the bottom, 1/4-20, which is a standard. And put your tripod on, and then you open the legs on the tripod. And the first thing you're gonna do that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my my app. I already have several different series I did. This is on February 20th this year. I did all these series. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to home and hit the tripod. It says Xero C1 8070. That is this chrono here. So I'm gonna go turn it on. It has 4 buttons on the top, and it says OK, power, up and down arrows. I told you that before. So I'm gonna power it on, and it says new session, history, and settings. So we're gonna go to new session. You say OK. So we have a choice of doing rifle, pistol, bow, and air rifle. So you can go back up and down or other. So we're gonna go with pistol. We hit OK, and then it's gonna ask you which range of velocity is your pistol gonna have. Is it gonna be from 600 to 1700 or from 1700 to 5000? So we know that this is not gonna be over 1700 feet per second. So we go OK on the top one. Okay, and then it says, enter the weight of your projectile to get accurate kinetic energy values. Before I told you it was going to be power factor, no, it's actually foot-pounds kinetic energy. I was mistaken. We're going to go ahead and say skip. So we're going to go down, skip, and then it's going to tell you that the chrono has to be under the barrel between 5 and 15 inches. This is good enough for us here. This is where I put it. And by the way, when I shoot my chrono, and I usually use my ransom rest, my ransom steady rest. Why? Because it's consistent. The distance between the chrono and the pistol is going to be consistent. Whether I'm doing a pistol or rifle, I still use the same rest. For this one here, I'm going to be using the Federal Syntec Range 115 grain. And I have my ammo already loaded. We usually do 5-round strings to get the correct velocity. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Given that it's on, I look and it says here, Xero C1 8070 connected. Because all the connections, when I turn it on, all the connections are done. I'm going to be ready. I can go back to home and we're ready to go. So we're ready for the first string. Let's go ahead and shoot it. First things first, we're going to go ahead and put our ears on, check our eyes, make sure everything is clear up front, and we're going to go ahead and shoot. Downrange, I have a target stand without a target, just for something to aim at, but you don't need to have a target to do your chrono, okay? Some shooting ranges will require you to have a target downrange, and that is important. Follow your shooting ranges, rules and regulations always, okay? So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, ready to go. First shot, 1150.5, okay? I'm not going to shoot again until that velocity is counted. If I shoot now, you might lose the second shot while it's spinning. You see that little ball spinning? 1143.7. Number 3, 1154.9. Number 4, 1145.7. And number 5, 1162.5. I forgot to mention earlier, I'm shooting my Hellcat Pro. This is my personal Hellcat Pro. I'm not using the FDE one because it wasn't sighted in or anything was set up on it. So I'm using my own personal pistol here. So I'm done here. So I press the back button and it says exit session. You have a choice to exit, end the session, pause session, or cancel. So I'm going to go down to end session. Okay. So the session now appears here. It's called pistol cartridge. Okay. We can do a couple of things here. So we're going to go ahead. We didn't get kinetic energy because we didn't add a bullet weight. That is fine. We don't need it at this time, but I'm going to show you how it's done. So we have the spread is 18.8 feet per second. The standard deviation is 6.7. The max was 1162. The minimum was 1143.7 to an average of 1151.4. And here are 5 shots: 1155, 1143.7, 1154.9, 1145.7, 1162.5. Okay? So now, how about if I want to name this session something different other than pistol cartridge? You go to the 3 dots on the top here. I can touch it with my finger. And it says rename session. Okay, so I'm going to rename session. And I'm going to delete pistol cartridge. And I'm going to call it Hellcat Federal FED Syntec. I'm just going to say SYN. Oops, it tries to correct for you. So I'm going to fix that. SYN 115. 115. Okay, so done. So now my session is called Hellcat Pro Federal Syntec 115. That's how it's done. So we're going to do another session here, and we're going to add kinetic energy. So let me load some ammo in the magazine, and let's go ahead and do that. Now, we're going to start a new session. We're going to call it pistol. We're going to go 600 to 1700. And now, when he says, do you want to add the bullet weight? I'm going to say yes. Hey, it's set up for 115.0. So we're going to say OK. Okay. It tells you the distance of where the chrono is going to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and shoot 5 more rounds, getting the kinetic energy. Okay, first shot, 11:28.2. Second shot, 11:48.4. Third shot, 11:67. Fourth shot, 11:53.9. And fifth and final shot, 11:45.2. We're gonna do again, we're gonna do the back button that is the same as power. Click it once. You say end session. Okay. And the new session is here. Now it says pistol cartridge 115 grain, projectile weight. We're gonna hit it and gives you a kinetic energy of 336.1, our average of 1147.3, and it gives you the whole information again. The spread, the standard deviation, your high, your low, and of course, every single shot in your series. We're gonna rename this one. We're gonna put it in here because now we have the 115 grain. We're gonna call it Hellcat Pro. Hellcat Pro. Syntec, SYN. 115 grain. And this one just, I will know because the word grain is there, that is going to be the one with kinetic energy added to it. You say done, boom, and it's all done. This is how simple it is. Turning it off is as simple as that. You just press and hold on the power button and it turns off. And we're good to go. That was easy, wasn't it? It's a great chrono, it's easy to do, it's easy to set up, and like I said before, it is just a few steps and you're out to go. You're into the races and everything, like I said, ends up in your phone, ends up in the memory of your phone, stays in the memory of the chronograph. So guys, I think this is a good choice for anybody who reloads or just basically likes to know what your pistol and ammo combination are doing. So like always, thanks for watching. Please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. And like always, please remain healthy, stay safe, and definitely have fun at the range.
Thank you for watching Gunstock Reviews. Please visit our website at www.gunstockreviews.com for more exclusive content. Please visit our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/gunstockreviews. Your contributions would be greatly appreciated and help us grow our selections and frequency of videos.